Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over yet again what happened yesterday or the day before when it came down to the Origin Palkia and Dialga raid day. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and throw up a video here. I'll go ahead and just put it up here so you can just take a look at the comments. We're going to look at some of the comments underneath the tweet that they made, and then over on the video that I made yesterday. And I'm not going to particularly be going over these. You can kind of just have it on the side as we do talk here. Alright, so I want to kind of touch on some few things here, but before I start, I have to say this is all allegedly, okay? I can't say that this is certain. We have no proof that this is actually going to be, you know, what's taking place. So just for legal reasons, this is all allegedly, okay? So what are we talking about? Well, the verdict is in, folks. It seems like a lot of you feel like Niantic, Scopely, whatever, this has been happening under Niantic's grip for as long as we can remember. So we'll focus on that. If it's Scopely 2, whatever. Again, all allegedly. But it feels like the majority of you all think that Niantic is doing this intentionally. So let me explain. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already understand, but let's make this completely clear. I was discussing this with some of the locals that were raiding with our group yesterday. And it feels like when they do these things where they forget to turn it on, or they forget to do this, or they forget to do that. Yes, people make mistakes. Even big companies make mistakes with massive groups of people and millions of dollars backing them. Yeah, they can still make mistakes. But when they continuously occur over and over and over and over again for very big events, if it was some one-off little dinky event for some little hatch Pokemon, which is still not right, I wouldn't say that's going to be better, but it's going to be like, okay, well, they not that that makes it any better that they forgot to do that, but for such a massive event build-up and anticipation, all these people traveling, taking time off, getting their family together, getting groups together, coordinating, doing meetups and all that stuff, this is extremely unacceptable. So about them doing it on purpose, what is their incentive? Again, I'm not going to say this anymore, but allegedly, okay? Just got to make sure I'm clear. So what's their incentive? Why would they want to not turn on the shinies and screw us over? Well, it's very simple. We are out here, fear of missing out. We're out here just doing it in general because we want to have fun and we have the time off, and this is what we do for fun all the time anyways, and we're spending tons of money. And maybe a lot of Pokemon Go players, I'm not going to say don't have other hobbies, but when we play, we go hard, a lot of us, okay? So they know we're going to go into this playing as hard as we can. Not only did we buy a ticket, okay, you're going to be buying more remote raid passes potentially. You did 20 a day for 40. Do the math on that, okay? And then not only that, you're going to be playing in person, potentially buying more passes, okay? So what they have to benefit, what is their benefit here? What's the incentive? We go out there, we raid as hard as we can. They say, oopsies, we forgot to turn on the shinies or increase the shiny rate, right? That's what they forgot to do. They forgot to increase the 1 in 10 chance. It was full odds. All right. And what's going to happen in turn is they can either make a whole new event and start it over and have us raid again. And if they do that, then there's going to be a whole new wave of money in their pocket. But I'm just going to say, if they even think about doing that, they better make it a 75% chance to be shiny and a 100% chance to get the damn move. If they even are considering making a whole new day, what I think they're going to probably do is give us tasks based upon how many you did. They can see how many remote raids you did, and they can see how many raids you did in person as well, okay? Based upon all those, there should be a task day, okay? I'm not talking 5, 10, 20, however many you did, you get that many, okay? That's just the way it's gonna be, all right? If you're looking to get a refund on an item, right? You go and you buy something, I don't know, say it's like $1,000 and it doesn't work. You go and return it. And when you return it, you just bought it, you know, the day before, right? You opened it, but you didn't destroy the box, you didn't destroy anything, everything's perfect, you got the plastic still wrapped up, and then you put it back in, even the tape, you didn't even cut the tape, you just slapped it back on. Everything's good. Yo, this doesn't work. Whatever, Best Buy, whoever. You return it, you have your receipt, and then the person gives you a refund of 75% or 50% or 25% of what you actually paid. So they give you like $250 or $500 instead of $1,000. You will not stand for that in a second, but this is what we're standing for with them. This is what we're standing for with them. Do you realize when we go out to do these raids, aside from the ticket that you bought, a lot of people are going even harder. And I already stated this yesterday, we're raiding so hard, you can literally buy yourself a new game and a half, okay? Or just have a fun time for a couple of days. Buy yourself some nice meals, whatever the case may be. But instead we decide to invest in this game because of a particular thing that was advertised. But they did not deliver what that was. So it seems like the conclusion from a lot of people at this point is they're intentionally doing this. Now, take a step back. What if they just come out with a task day? There's really no incentive at this point for them to kind of screw it up, right? It's more like, well, now you're just giving us free stuff. Okay, fair enough. And at that point, then it's just complete incompetence, okay? If they're not intentionally doing it, then it's just complete incompetence. But how do you do this multiple times, over and over and over again, and only bring it up because the people put your feet to the flames? And then at that point, thank you. And at that point, then they make a statement. It makes no sense, okay? So I don't know what is going on over there. I don't know if this is like funny to them or they just like to screw with the public. But, you know, if we as just regular people were to do something and screw up over and over and over and over and over again at work, obviously you know what's going to happen. You're going to get demoted, you're going to get pushed down, and then eventually you're going to get fired. All right, or they'll just cut your hours to the point where you don't even need to work anymore. And you're just like, all right, I'm done here. And that's their whole goal. Companies do that too. Bring your hours low enough to the point that you're just like, why am I even here? I quit. But that's not the point. I'm just trying to make examples here. But what is going on here is just absolutely insane, right? How do you go about doing this? And what? All right, and one of the last points I want to make here, okay, is how do you identify it when it's happening in these earlier times and you still have a whole day before the other half of the world gets it? I'm in Alaska, so I have a good chance of having no bugs during any events because everybody else is going through it. All kinds of errors are happening and they're fixing it real time because they do not know how to come out and test things first. It's either they don't know how to test things first or they're intentionally doing it. At this point, I don't get it. This is crazy to me. I don't understand, guys, what's going on. And then it's just like, well, you identified the problem a day in advance, okay? Let's just say 14 hours or 10 hours, whatever. And then all these other places get it rolled out and it's still happening. That's insane. And you still didn't even identify it. You didn't even come out and say, oh, well, the whole world is getting screwed over. Just silent. They're going to come out because the backlash is so bad. They're like, oh, what are we going to do? I know they're going to probably do they're going to give everybody probably like 10. Okay. There'll probably be like 5 Origin Palkias and then 5 Origin Dialgas. And they might give it like a 75% chance to be shiny. They better do that, and they better give it 100% chance to have the move, the signature move. Yeah. A lot of people out here got 100, and it could have been shiny, and it had a move, and it could have been a shiny with the move. Okay, not cool, not fair. And it's at the end of the day, some people are like, it's just a game. That's the dumbest argument anymore. Okay, we're living in 2025. Okay. Yeah, it's a game, and it's a way of life for a lot of people. And it's not even just about a way of life. It doesn't matter. If you're the most casual person, you spend $20. You spent $20, that's $20 that was a lie. All right? Some people are not playing to get candies, not playing because they want items. They're playing because they're hunting shinies. This is a majority of the people that like to hunt shinies in this game, or good IV shinies. I mean, go figure, right? But Niantic, one of the most important things for this event, forgot to do it. How does that even work? That's like, you're looking at your gas tank, okay? It's like, it's getting pretty low. And then you hop in the next day and it's like, ding, ding, get gas. The damn thing is flashing, you need gas. And then you're like, yeah, I'll just drive a couple. I'm fine. This thing could go for like 5 miles after that happens. You bring it back home. It's dinging again. You go drive out and it freaking breaks down because you have no gas. You had multiple ample warnings and you still decided not to take those opportunities to make things work for you or change something. It's just bizarre. And I just kind of want to look some of these employees in the face. Not that I have any hostility or anger towards them. It's bizarre. My mind is being blown. And I just genuinely want to ask him. I just want to, I want to do the Willy Wonka thing. Like, what's going on? Like, tell me more. Like, tell us what happened here. They would never come out. The oopsies, diary, the developer diaries, all this stuff, all these promises never kept, never made, all gone, all pushed away. And I personally feel it's because of the backlash that they received from the public. So they're like, you know what, screw them. We don't need them. We're making all this money. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the Nintendo company, the Pokemon company, whatever, told them to shut up, no more talking, screw it. Because you know how Pokemon Company and Nintendo, it's almost aligning with what they're doing, Niantic. Make as much events as expensive as possible, and then when things hit the fan, ignore us. That's not our problem. Deal with it. Oh, what's compensation? Oh, here you go. Here's a couple of raid passes. Here's a couple of Pokeballs. But thank you for doing 20 remote raids on each day. Do the math on that. Do the math on that. All right. So with that said, I think I'll just end it here. I don't think I'll if I talk about this again, it'll be because there's an update. But we'll leave it alone. I'll stop beating this dead horse. I don't know what. It's just bizarre to me. Just absolutely bizarre. So yeah, I hear you loud and clear. The amount of comments that I received on my video yesterday was unbelievable. This is one closing thing, and I'm done. You can do 100 good things. You can do 100 great things, right? If you do a couple of stupid things continuously back to back, that is going to eliminate pretty much all of the good you've done. And now we're going to focus on the bad. Oof, that was my stomach. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. Wow. But you get where I'm coming from? I mean, I love a lot of the things that they're doing for us. But if you screw us over and play with our money, we're going to forget those and we're going to overlook all of the good that you've done and focus on the gaslighting, lying, manipulation, or downright just incompetence. But anyways, there you have it. Let me know what you think. There is no word yet. I'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hostiles approaching the BFG 10,000.
Oh my God. It's him.
They've overrun the lower levels. Corporate says we should let them through.
What? Why?
Hey, who are you? You can't be here. I'm serious, that guy doesn't scare me. I'd like to see him try.